Hi, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus again. You know, recently I mentioned to you that God has taken me on a different level, and I've been sharing that information with you. And I've been trying to be a little bit more directive in my approach. And I was stepping aside a moment ago to do something, but I heard someone on the telly. You know, it's a telly that tells so much. And what I was observing is something like a play or something that's written. It's sort of like a nightmarish type play where everything that takes place is leading to something that's horrible or negative, naturally, and you don't want to have to deal with it. And when you can't separate yourself from it while you're hoping that maybe something decent would occur, nothing decent comes close. And that is expressed through the people who are MAGA, people who are with uh, the evil against God, the evils against you. It may be, when I say MAGA and Trump and those guys, I'm trying to directly point to where you can look at and see it. But it really represents that which is anti-God. You know, since I got your attention, I'm going to say a couple of things that maybe you can get now. I want you to know that there's a God. There's a God, invisible, but the evidence, the receipts are everywhere. That's why we know it's a God, and we know we had nothing to do with it. It's a great God because He gave us an earth that we can live on, and it's magnificent. It is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people know that because they travel. A lot of folks don't know it because they poor. They can't do those kinds of things. However, it is still for all of us, but not just us. It's for everyone, aim, or however you want to identify it, that uses it. Okay? Now, that's magnificent as well. Not just one race of person live on this earth. No, no, no. All kinds of races of person, all kinds of genders of person, all kinds of animals, all kinds of insects. Man, I'm telling you, look at that. Look how much work was done. Man, this is absolutely fantastic. But that's the kind of work that a real person, excuse me for saying person, a real God does. Okay, now, I haven't done all of that and put all of the resources here that would qualify for anything that you might want to do, not just then or now, but in the future. I mean, and it's free. And what is it for? It's for that. Whatever you want to do, whatever you need, whatever. And it's for you, free. And with those resources, my friends, it is there because you are on this earth to do something in this life. And the way you identify what you're here in this life to do is by what you love. Love identifies what you're here for. You're not supposed to deal with anything other than that love. When you run across love, you found it. Now, when you commit to it, there's a gift that comes from it that certifies that you connected, because from that comes a blessing from the power of that which made the earth, which means it wasn't me or us. It was from that power. And that power will give and gives joy to every lover that's connected. Man, when you're love and joy, you hitched. You're not going any place. And all of the people on earth, not just America, but all the people on earth, hooked just like that, doing what they love to do. Listen to me, world, because this is beautiful. Only God can tell you stuff like this. Hooked. And what are you doing? You're making and establishing everything that humankind need, want, or desire. That's what you're doing, baby. You are creating heaven right here on earth. And don't even, you just living. And your living is creating heaven here on earth. And let me tell you why you know it's heaven. There ain't no, some got, some don't. There is no poverty. There's no crime and violence. There is no lying and cheating. There's no hatred and racism. There's no bigotry. All those kinds of things. All the things that's happening out here in the world. In America, you're right here in the middle of it. All of that stuff happening. See, all that's happening in America is anti-God. Let me say it again. All that is happening in America is anti-God. Now, I want you to know that there are a lot of wonderful people in America, but they ain't running nothing. America is ran by evil. America is run by evil. Now, if you can't believe that, well, that's because you're so blind in that evil. You're a part of it. So my point of it is this. You were given, you don't know it, but it is in your DNA, a choice, whereby you might get a chance to live by experiencing heaven on earth or not. The anti. You've been given a choice. Now, as we go through life, we learn. We go up and down. We learn. That's what learning is about. Doing things that you learn. Everything you do, you should learn from. And that's the purpose. So you can make a real good choice about which side you want to be on. You want to be in heaven or hell. And I'm calling that other side, America, that stuff that happened in America, hell. Okay? But you got that choice. Now, you got that choice, and many of you have been trained, indoctrinated to think that you have made the proper choice. You think that you have made that choice. I just got to share with you. No, you haven't. I want you to know this, ladies and gentlemen. If you reject the world, it is obvious. You got the receipts. And you know what the receipts are? The world is changed. If you reject it, it has changed, is changing, or you dead. Plain and simple. You see, because like I said, you got choice. When you come on this earth, you can act like you want to be in heaven. You can act like you want to be in hell. Now, if you act like you want to be in hell, you think God mad with you? That's your choice. But God got time. This stuff here, you don't, I guess. God is not worried about this. Whenever you want to correct that, you can correct it. Whenever you want to correct it, you can correct it, but it will be your choice. It will be your choice. And until you correct it, you can think that you're in paradise, but you'll be living hell forever until you make that decision. And God ain't mad with you. He ain't mad with you at all. Like you say, well, God, I didn't know, but look how wonderful God is to you. God got a crook. Well, I'm not that much of a crook now. I've been a crook a lot of part of my life. But God got a crook, a black man. I ain't well known. In fact, don't nobody know me except doing ugly stuff. Don't nobody know of me or doing any good. But in spite of all of that, I am the one that's sitting here sharing with you how you can have your dreams come true. No, nobody else is. The millionaires aren't telling you. Donald Trump and the millionaires trying to work it out so they can rob the rest of the world, and they experience it while the people suffer. And what does that mean? The suffering, that's the hell, right? But those who are there robbing you, they ain't going nowhere. They don't. I promise you, they don't get away. They do not get away. So I don't want to hold much of your time, so I'm gonna close it out like this. If you want to live in as if you're in heaven, I mean, needs, wants, and desires met, never suffering for anything: food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, transportation, infrastructure, anything made by the hands of man is right there. Your needs, your wants, and your desires, never having to worry about it. And that's God's plan for you. And you can choose it. Or should I say that's God's plan for heaven? It's not God's plan for you. It's God's plan for heaven. And anybody who want it can choose it. Let me say that again. That sounds good. It's God's plan for heaven. And if anybody want it, they can choose it. Now, there's also a plan. It's not God's plan for hell. It's just the opposite of you shall reap what you sow. The seed you plant determines the fruit you get. So I guess what I'm saying is if you make the choice not to experience that heaven, then you can experience the other. But just remember, when your country or your countrymen are being beat down with demons, now I'm going to put it this way. I want you to see it like this. Now, if you were watching a nightmare or something on TV. I want you to look at it like this: a nightmare on TV. When you see these ICE agents running with that all this weaponry stuff on, trying to be bad, and they run and attack somebody, some old man, some old woman, some old anybody, two or three of them dive on them, hit people's head against the concrete walk, break their teeth out, maybe just mess them all up, break their bones. Those are the demons. Somebody need to take a picture of them. Some of these smart guys. Take a picture of these ACE agents and what they're doing to people, right? And then go look on some of these movies where these crazy things, uh, crazy pictures. I can't even think of them now. But and compare the actions of these ghostly pictures with what the ICE agents and people are doing in the country. Not just this country, in other parts of the world, like Gaza. Yeah. Like over in Ukraine. Yeah. Go look up some of those old movies that you know nothing about nightmares and corruption and evil. And you can look side to side with what's happening in the world. And that's your evidence. That's your receipt. And you, the American people, and the people of the world have accepted it. Now, I know you're trying to find some kind of reason to say, well, that ain't me. Yes, it is. You can ask my wife. My wife will tell you, if you don't reject it, you accepted it. What can you say? Goodbye.